Do you think Turkey will get involved in Syria? They're buddies of al-Shara and the Syrian regime. Are they fighting over there? That is a major concern now because Israel has pretty much put the shellacking to all of their adversaries except Turkey. And if Israel has to go to war with Turkey, that's going to be really bad for a lot of reasons. First of all, Turkey has a much bigger military than even Iran, not bigger in terms of people, but bigger in terms of equipment, much more high tech. Their military budget is almost twice what Iran's military budget has been. They have a stronger economy in Turkey, so they can absorb the shocks of war more easily than Iran could. And if Turkey decides to go to war with Israel, they've got almost 300 F-16s and a whole bunch of Bayraktar drones that could be flying over Israel, and they're near peer competitors to the F-16. I think it's I model that Israel has. Israel's are a little more high tech than Turkey's are, so they would have the advantage there. But almost 300 of them is not a drop in the bucket. That's a lot. Now, of course, Israel's got F-35s and things like that. Here's one likely scenario that could happen. Turkey starts pushing troops into Syria, saying we're not going to allow al-Shara's regime to be struck by Israel. Now, they already tried to do that, and Israel struck the bases that Turkey was trying to occupy in Syria. And Israel made it clear to Turkey, we're not going to let you have troops in Syria. But there are Turkish troops in Syria up in the north still. But if they start pushing further south, Israel's going to have a problem with that. Now, then you get into the whole geopolitical aspect of the fact that Turkey is a NATO ally of the United States and Israel is an ally of the United States. If push comes to shove, the U.S. is going to side with Israel on that, no doubt, because we're salty with Turkey anyway, since they came to NATO as a staunch ally, and then Erdogan got elected. He's full-on Muslim Brotherhood, Sunni extremist, supported ISIS with money and weapons and things like that. So that's not neighborly when you're a NATO ally. The United States would side with Israel almost without a doubt, but they would put a lot of pressure on that because you could see Turkey pushing hundreds of thousands of troops into Syria. Israel has troops in Syria already. Israel would have to move troops in there as well. Then you're talking about a real live on the ground conflict, conventional battle between Israel and Turkey. That could be super, super bad.